Hi everybody, I'm Lisa Young Sutton and welcome to my channel. Now I went to bed last night with no plan to film another video today, but as soon as I opened my eyes, I felt inspired to draw 3 cards. And I always act on inspirations, right? So again, I am asking for guidance from the universe for all watching, and today I am using Tony Savory's deck, Polly's Sunset Lenormand. And for those of you who don't know Tony, Polly is Tony's sister. I love that. I'm very close to my sister, Erin, too. Okay, so I am ready to go. So let's see what we get. I feel like this. Ooh, we're starting with the mice. And next we have the letter. And, you know, I'm feeling like taking the card from the bottom, and that is the garden. Okay, so we have mice, letter, garden. And let me zoom in. Oops, sorry. Don't mean to make you dizzy by hitting my camera. I think you can see those okay. Okay. Let me talk this through. So we're starting from a place of loss, erosion, lack, deficiency, deterioration or wasting away, anxiety, and a feeling that something is missing. Now this is also my card for emotional neglect, which leaves anxieties festering deep inside you. And in this way, the mice represents your shadow side. Okay, I'm already saying a message here. Now the letter is the card of communication and writing or putting things on paper, like formalizing things, making declarations, right? Putting it in writing. It follows the mice to tell us it's time to start communicating what's festering deep inside. Now note that 23 and 27, or, you know, I should say letter following mice isn't a lack of communication the way I read the cards, right? I'm reading a narrative line, so I'm reading left to right. That would be the reverse. This would tell me, this would say lack of communication, letter, mice. But mice, letter following mice is not a lack of communication, but communication about lack, okay? Right? Because, you know, you're starting with mice. Mice already exists, right? And then the next card is describing or expanding upon that. So it's communication about lack. All right. Now this brings us to the garden card. That's our social card. It's the card of bringing things out in the open, exposing things, because it mostly has to do with other people, but it's also just the bigger world beyond your 4 walls, right? Or in this case, beyond your human shell. Yeah. It's about sharing with others, publicly declaring something, right? Didn't I just say that writing things or putting things on paper and communicating them is making a declaration, right? And this is declaring something publicly, all right? So basically, the garden following the mice and letter is telling you to expose your shadow side, to let the mice out of their cage, address them out loud, your hidden issues, right? Journal about them, and discuss them with others, either your friends or family. Wow. That is, if you have anyone in your family you can talk to. Not everyone does. Or by finding people online where you can share your experiences with others, or read about what others have written about the subject and their experiences. So what's today's message? I would say it's time to open up and start talking about and exposing the hidden, rejected, repressed parts of your personality that are eating away at you. So what I'm getting from these cards is that today's message is about shadow work. And interestingly, this is a subject that I've dabbled in over recent years, but once I began studying the Akashic records, I could see how valuable opening them is in exposing your subconscious beliefs and patterns, and the trauma and you know, like all the wrongs that have been done, the injustices that have been done to us, or that we, you know, things that we see as injustices, and we just, you know, we bury all that deep inside us. And then there's family patterns, you know, there's patterns of behavior that we just picked up from growing up in our families. And then there's karmic cycles, never mind past lives. I mean, you know, I think many people only see the Akashic records as a way to discover past lives, but my gosh, there's so much more to them. And I know that many people use tarot for shadow work, and I'm going to be using the Grand Jeu Lenormand. So stay tuned for those videos. They're going to be coming. Isn't that funny that this is kind of talking about that? Now, what's the point of shadow work if you don't feel you have any issues to address? And that's really why for so long I didn't get involved in it, because I thought, well, I feel fine. I feel great. I don't feel like I have any issues to deal with. You know, my life is going perfectly. So I never really got into it until I realized that shadow work and opening your Akashic records enhances and speeds up your spiritual awakening process. That's what got my attention when I figured that out. So let me know in the comments section if you've performed shadow work, or if you've opened your Akashic records, or if you've you know, studied either subject, because I'd love to hear about your experiences, especially if you've used the Akashic records for shadow work, or cards, right? If you've used cards for shadow work. Yeah, there you go. So thanks for watching, everybody. I knew this was going to be interesting, and for me anyway, it's been very enlightening. So I will see you in the next video, and in my Facebook group, Lisa Loves Lenormand, Traditional Method of Distance and Beyond. And for now, set an intention to release your inner demons and go play with your cards. Bye, everybody.